battle when the two engineers get together. What was the difference today?
You know, I think we had a good matchup there with Ian Converse. I thought he did a great job. You know, we got him the ball in some spots there in the second half. We thought we could take advantage of some foul trouble. You know, on the other end, you know, it made it harder for us to guard their perimeter guys. This is a really, really good MIT perimeter. Usually they're laden with big guys that they pound the ball into, and you know, this year's team is a team that relies a little bit more on driving the ball and driving kick threes. I thought we did a decent job, you know, taking care of their drives in the lane, but they got free for some threes. But you know, I think we played pretty well. You know, besides some execution, you know, blunders in the second half, I thought we played pretty good basketball.
You called that timeout. You were kind of in the middle of a little lull there offensively. I could hear you yelling about empty possessions.
Yelling? You mean strongly encouraging?
Yes, speaking loudly. What did they do to kind of turn it around and start scoring again, executing?
You know, I think we kind of forgot about, you know, what, you know, got us into good position. I thought Clyde got a little bit, you know, stagnant. He just started standing and, you know, demanding the ball, and our matchup was really to go at their bigs. So, you know, we ended up taking Clyde out and put a guy who would move the ball in a little bit more. And, yeah, it's a good learning experience for Clyde, for him to understand that. There's certain games that can go off. There's other games where if he gets a lot of attention, he's going to have to, you know, not let the ball slip.
You talked earlier in the week about, you know, guys without much experience stepping up this season, and you know that was evident today with Ian and Chris Rogers.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about each of them?
Yeah, I mean, I think you know, I alluded to earlier. You know, Ian is a guy that he's a very difficult guy to defend because now he can shoot outside some. We saw him, I think, make a three or two. And he's very athletic around the basket, so he kind of, you know, is a guy that can do a lot of things for us. And Rogers is he's one of our best athletes. You know, he's just he's probably harder on himself than any of the coaches could ever be. When he gets his mind right and he gets his confidence, you know, he's going to be a really, really good player. You know, he's got great athleticism, tremendous work ethic. You know, his first step when he goes by a guy is light. You know, so I'm excited for, you know, to have a game like that.
Is this one of his better games of the season?
Yeah, you know, I mean, he's had some really good games for us last year as a freshman. You know, and you know, sometimes as soon as he gets some success, you know, he's sort of gone backwards, and I'd like to see him build on a game like this and say, okay, I'm good, I know I'm good, and even if I play a little bad in the next game, I still know I'm good. You know, so it's much mental than physical.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Thanks, Jen.
Appreciate it.